Hello. Today we're talking to Dr. Sam Eldabe from the National Health Service in the United Kingdom. Dr. Eldabe, you work in South Tees Hospital in England, and you're a pain management specialist. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. Thank you.
We're both applying as consortium partners to the Horizon Europe Health Call. Destination 5, unlocking the full potential of new tools, technologies, and digital solutions for a healthy society. The innovation that we're dealing with is a bioelectronic solution for non-surgical physicians to treat chronic lower back pain. And if I understand correctly, you will be in charge of the clinical trials at South T Hospital. Can you tell us what is a randomized controlled clinical study exactly, and what is your role in that?
A randomized controlled clinical trial is a study that assigns patients to different treatments by chance. So you may have a study that examines, for example, a new device against what is now a standard of care in back pain, which is physiotherapy, medication, injections, etc., etc. And basically, patients are entered into the study. They are asked to give their consent after they're given some information about the trial and time to think about it. And then they go through what is known as the process of randomization, which is the chance allocation to a treatment or another. Once this is done, then the patient is assigned to one of the two arms. Sometimes it is more than two arms, and the study proceeds. The role of a principal investigator is to oversee the conduct of the study at this site.
Okay. And so what will the study consist of exactly?
Basically, we are looking initially to include a number of patients into a study that assesses the performance of the device. So you might want to, rather than compare them to another treatment, to implant the device, follow patients down the line, and see whether they improve or not, as the case may be. If you can establish that a cohort of patients followed up over X number of months or X number of years does improve, then you formulate a theory that this device is beneficial. You then have a duty to weigh up this benefit against what are the risks of implanting such a device. What are the risks of the surgery? Does the device, for example, migrate from its position? If it does so, well, how often does it do so? Is there an incidence of infection associated with the device? Does the device perform all the functions that we expect it to perform? And does it perform them reliably, and for how long? Assuming we've done that and we have come to a conclusion that the benefits, the improvement in low back pain, outweigh the risks of the device because it's a small device. It has a very small risk of migration, and it does not include surgery. Therefore, the risks of infection are very much lower than implanted devices like pacemakers that have a large battery. Then you move to the next stage, which is, well, is this device better than what we're doing now? So we know it is useful. We know that after X number of months, these patients have done very well. Then the question becomes, is it better than if we offer patients a combination of physiotherapy, injections, and medication, which is what patients get in the UK as standard? So you then start to compare this to standard of care in a larger group. Assuming you get the answer that this is useful and it is better than the standard of care, the question then becomes, well, how much better? because inevitably a device like this will cost more than what you're giving in combination of physiotherapy, injections, etc. All modern treatments normally cost a bit more than standard treatments. That is not unusual. The question is, how much improvement does it give us? And we start to calculate what is known as cost effectiveness. The device is cost effective. Therefore, it improves people's lives by a margin that justifies its costs. Then you have an equation that will induce the National Health Service to say, yes, we will invest in this device. Great. If the opposite is true, then you might have a device that is useful, but we're not, the NHS is not prepared to invest in it because the margin of benefit is not as big.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Eldabe. That was very informative. I appreciate your time, and best of luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Very nice to talk to you.